everyone, my name is Blissful Melissa, and today I'm going to be addressing some stereotypes about homeschoolers. So for those of you who don't know, I was homeschooled until about the middle of 7th grade, and then I went to a private high school. Why I'm talking about this is because going to high school and then also going to college and coming back and being in the workplace, a lot of people are very surprised when I say that I was homeschooled. And it really brought to my attention how many stereotypes there are about homeschoolers specifically. So I thought I'd share some of them with you and share my insight from being homeschooled. So the number one misconception about homeschooling is that we are unable to function in society, which let me just say right now is not true. We know how to be normal people. Obviously, this is something that surprises so many people. Like when I was in college and they're talking, oh yeah, I went here and this and that. I was like, oh, I was homeschooled. And they're like, well, you don't look homeschooled. It's like, oh, but you're normal. Like, is there really a normal? We're just kids too that go to school, but our school just so happens to be at our house. People think that we don't do a lot of extracurricular activities, when in fact, every day we were out doing a different activity. I did gymnastics, I rode horses, I played outside a lot, we always did science experiments, we'd go to the art museum, we'd go to the science center, we'd go to the history museum. We went to all these different places and we took in so much information, and we didn't have to do it in a classroom for 8 hours a day, which is great that our schedule was flexible enough and that we could go out into the normal world and no one would suspect a thing. The next biggest thing that I hear almost just as much as that we can't function in society is that we don't actually do schoolwork. So I just said that we go out and do all these like field trip like things, and we're doing music lessons and gymnastics and all this. But it's car time. We would do schoolwork in the car, we would do schoolroom, we would do the schoolwork anywhere pretty much. There were times, so my brother did violin and orchestra, I did violin for a while and piano and then voice lessons, and so obviously those lessons wouldn't be at the same time. So it's like he'd have his violin lesson and I'd have my piano lesson, and while he was in orchestra, Mom and I would do homework outside. In the car down, Mitchell would do homework as well. So that was what was really nice about homeschools, because your teacher and your homework could go wherever you were. You go on vacation, you could take it with you. By taking it with you, it was a really nice way to never feel like you were doing school, because it just went with you. Like going to horse shows, homework came too. Like we did schoolwork and homework just like we were at home. It really didn't matter that we had to be in a specific place to learn, which I think is great. Something that I think is funny is that people don't think we have any friends, that we just stay home, and that's why we have so many siblings. So I just have one sibling, just gonna throw that out there. We don't have 10. What is that? You don't have any friends because you just go to school with your siblings, which is not true. There's different homeschool communities all over. Wherever you are, you can find a homeschool community. And so some of my best friends, still to this day, I met when I was like 3. And we were homeschooled together, and they became our friends. We would go on field trips together. We would do schoolwork together. It was great. I'm 21, and my 2 best friends growing up, I'm still very close with to this day. One that is kind of true. Now, not for every homeschool family. Everyone has their own rules for homeschooling, but the one that you can go to school in your pajamas every day is kind of true. We definitely, like, sure, we won't wake up at like 6 in the morning to start schoolwork, but you know, we'd like wake up at 8, and luckily my room was right next to the schoolroom, so I literally just roll out of bed, go in there. I'd wear pajamas. Mom was really chill about us wearing our pajamas and stuff. She didn't really mind as long as we got dressed for later in the day. But that is something that I'll admit, yes, it's true. At least in my experience being homeschooled, we did get our pajamas to school any day we wanted to. Something I think that's really funny is being homeschooled and someone asks you, oh, what grade are you in? And then you do that, you look at your parent like, I don't know. Like, we're like, no, you're in 4th grade. No, I never knew. So when people are talking about, oh, when I was in 3rd grade, I was like, I don't even know. It all just blends together for me. There's no, this was 1st grade, 2nd. Nope, all I knew is I went to middle school and then I was in 7th grade and I was like, how long are you actually in these grades? Like for a year? I'm a 7th grader for a year? Like that totally didn't make sense to me, because in the homeschool way of doing things, you kind of work at a structured pace but still at your own pace. So if you really like reading, you can do all of your works reading in one day, or you can get so far ahead, you know, so you can be the next grade up in reading. Or with math, if you weren't a fan of math like me, you would just take it slow, you know. You didn't have to race through everything, but you did have to get it done by a certain point in time. And something that blows people's minds so much is that we did schoolwork all year round. So many people are like, oh, well, we're on like fall break. And I was like, I don't know. We just go. We just did school until we got done and then started the next year. There wasn't like, oh, now we're taking a break off. Nope. Sometimes we would just play it by ear, like, okay, we're just gonna take break off, like we need just some time, we would take a few days off here and there, but we would do it all year round. Didn't matter the day, where we were. In the middle of summer, we'd still be doing it, because it's not something that you should stop. You shouldn't stop learning just because the summer is here or like the school year is over. That doesn't mean that you should stop the learning process and put it all on hold and forget everything you've learned this past year to try and cram it all back in like the first week of school. Sorry if you heard a commotion. That was my cat trying to climb up my plant stand. Not impressed. Those are just some things that I have found on the internet and just from talking to my friends and people around, you know, things that I've picked up on that people really believe about homeschoolers. So yes, we do get out and about. No, we all don't wear long skirts and our little hair, and we all don't match. We don't have to have like 10 children to be homeschooled. You just have 1 or 2 or 15. It really doesn't matter. You can homeschool however you want. But we can wear pajamas to school if we wished, which, not gonna lie, was a bonus. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to ding the little bell if you want to get notified every time I upload new videos. And please feel free to leave a comment with any questions you have about homeschooling. If you're also homeschooled and you have faced some of these misconceptions about it, I would love to hear what people have said to you, because I know you get the funniest looks or the sayings, like, honestly, when people are like, oh, you don't look homeschooled, like, oh, but you're one of the normal ones. I was like, are there not normal ones? Like, I don't know. It's just this whole, they think it's just this little bubble that we're kept in, but actually we get to see so much of the world every day, and our classroom can be whatever and wherever we want it to, which is amazing. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!